Have you ever just hanged out or chilled with people who, whatever they do, whatever they talk about, it's just something negative? Oh, fuck, my life sucks. Oh, everything is just not going my way. If you know somebody like that, or if that's you, just know I relate. I was there once, right? Let's hop into the video and let me kind of shed some light into how I got over that self-pity, right? Now, I had a call with one of my friends a few days ago, and they asked me, like, how do you always get over things so easily? How do you not complain about situations? You know, you seem like you have it all in order. The thing is, I come from a place where I never used to do that. I always used to complain about my circumstances, where I'm at, right? Obviously, this channel, I'm doing that in the sense of storytelling for maybe somebody who's in a similar predicament, right? I still don't identify by that no more because I've spent years doing that, whether it be a long-term porn addict, or whether it be stuck at home, or whether it be having family problems, dating problems. I mean, shit, we all have problems in life. I told that friend of mine that I do have problems. I don't want to make it seem like I'm this perfect person that's free from problems, that doesn't stress out, that doesn't have anxiety. Those things still get in me, but I choose not to react to those types of things. I choose not to let that take a hold of me because I know what it could do to me. I used to suffer with a whole lot of anxiety, right? Whether it be social anxiety or just generalized anxiety, where I'm too focused on the next move, or where I'm too paralyzed to even do something because I'm anxious, or I feel like people might not like it. It happens. It's part of the human experience to have problems, right? You get problems, and before you solve the problems, there's that middle ground. What do you do when you get that problem? How do you react to it? Are you going to complain about it? Are you going to pity yourself about it? Or are you just going to accept it, see from a different point of view, see why it actually exists, what you can learn from it, what you can take from that problem, what you can grow, how you can grow from this problem, and then you solve the problem, right? I obviously said a whole bunch of shit in that call, but to summarize it, I started looking at things from a brand new perspective. You see, I used to complain a lot, every single day. I used to always get in my head about things and not really solve the problem. I would be sort of in that phase of paralysis and not really solve the problem, but be more focused on why this problem is coming to me. Why out of everybody in this world am I cursed with this problem? But I don't think people should look at it that way, you know? I know people like that who act like some divine forces are like at play as to why they have the problems they do, but I looked at it from my perspective and I saw that there are things that you can control and there's things that you can't control. But with that, there are also things that teach you something, and problems that are just there as like filler, if that makes sense, right? These problems aren't going to stay forever, right? It just depends on what you do. The more you think about it, the more you bring that to you. So if you think, oh, I'm riddled with problems, my life is a mess, my life sucks, right? Oh, I'm not going to get out of this house. Oh, I'm stuck here forever. I'm riddled with bad luck. Why does God hate me so much? Or whatever you say. You're going to bring that, you're going to breed more of that into your life. Stop the self-pity, right? We all have problems, right? We all have problems. Yes, in some instances, it's not a bad thing to ask for help, right? But most of the time, I feel like there is power in solving your own problems. Imagine you had a situation that you battled for so long and you were able to surpass the problem, excel, grow from that problem, and then you have wisdom to share and help others get past the same problem that you faced. It's a beautiful feeling because when you look at it from an outside perspective, you don't see, it's not as big as it is when you're in the problem, you know, because our mind sort of overgrows or makes problems bigger than what they really are. That's pretty much how I ended off the call. Obviously, I told them actionable steps as to, yes, you lost your job, but it's okay. You needed to lose that job because you weren't in the best environment. You were consistently surrounded by toxic people who kept bringing you down, people who kept hurting you, right? I mean, imagine being in a workplace where you're supposed to get money and grow and obviously build relationships and all that other stuff, but everybody's out to get you. Everybody's basically sabotaging your growth, and now the managers are looking at you like you're the problem, but they're the problem. What would you do in that situation? So they did the right thing. So obviously, don't overthink on the problem at hand. Change the problem, right? And if shit happens. That's life. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna bathe yourself in shit? Or are you just gonna toss it off and keep it pushing, right? The more you complain, the more you stay the same. It's as simple as that. So obviously, the spotlight's back on you. You have a problem. 99% of you probably already do. There's a problem you're thinking about right now. Is there a possible solution to get out of that? Is it as big as you really think it is? Yes, some problems might not be solved overnight. Some might take weeks, months, might even take a year. But it could be quicker, you know? It all comes to how you frame your mind. The power of the mind is immense. We can make something that's worth 6 months be compressed into 2 or 3, depending on how committed we are into changing our lives. So, to conclude, stop complaining, quit the self-pitying, and, you know, also be grateful for the problems, you know. I've also learned now, I know I might have said, I might have came off like I'm not grateful for being home for 4 years, because I'm grateful. I learned a lot. I wouldn't have made this YouTube channel if it weren't for this 4 years at home. I wouldn't have grown. I wouldn't have learned the things I learned in these 4 years, right? I changed my perspective. I said that in the depression video that I posted yesterday. And yeah, I am today. I'm proud of myself. So if you look at things from a different perspective, stop complaining, do the action, and give time at the end of the day. Things don't just happen overnight, but they could, you know. It all depends on what you do up here, right? Hope that resonated with you. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Peace.